Yeah, man. It was in a maximum security cell, too. Guards were asleep and everything. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Seems kind of suspicious. He had a lot of enemies. A lot of dirt on people. Oh, hi, Professor Moskowitz.
Hey boys, what are you doing here?
Oh, we were just, getting something to nuke in the microwave for lunch.
Hey, nuking is not something to joke about. Here, I'll teach you guys more about it. Let's start by going to the Sebastopol nuclear power plant. Great! Welcome. This is a nuclear power plant. Come on in. Before I get started, I feel like it's important for you guys to know a little bit about, nuclear power. So why don't you take a seat? I want the one of these.
So what actually is nuclear power?
Well, typically, there are two types of nuclear power. One of them is nuclear fusion, and the other one is nuclear fission. Basically, in nuclear fission, you have two atoms, and in these two atoms, they're striking a relatively large atomic nucleus, and they split into two or more parts, and that heat that basically splits them creates a lot of energy. In nuclear fusion, basically, you have two smaller nuclei of an atom, and they can basically combine to make a heavier nuclei, and that also releases a ton of energy as well. In our nuclear power plant, split neutrons collide with uranium-235, causing the fission reaction to start. Heat from the split neutrons produces steam like any other thermal power plant, and then the steam that's produced turns a turbine, which then fuels a generator. A containment structure is necessary in order to contain the nuclear fuel produced. Cylindrical tubes called fuel rods, as well as the steam generator, contain the energy released from fission. Hundreds of fuel rods are filled with energy, and this bundle of fuel rods is known as a reactor core. In order to make sure the fission reaction stops and prevents a fire from overheating of the fuel rods, control rods are inserted between the fuel rods in order to slow down and eventually stop the process. The steam generators and reactor core has enough energy to fuel multiple industrial cities. Electricity costs would be low, greenhouse gas emissions would be minimal, and a single nuclear power plant can create 400 to 700 new permanent jobs for hundreds of families.
But Dr. Moskowitz, I'm still a little more confused. I think I have some more questions.
It sounds like the perfect energy solution. Why isn't it being adopted in more countries? That's, I guess, just what we'd like
I
to
know, why don't we have more nuclear plants? It just sounds,
like
the way you've explained it, I don't get any cons to it, but...
Who are you?
I'll allow my colleague, Dr. Joe, to introduce the cons.
Wait, Joe who?
Joe Mama. You want to know about the problems with nuclear energy? Come with me. I'll tell you. all. Uranium-235. What's the problem? Well, half-life of, 704 million years. You take that, you put it in a bad storage facility, what do you get? Chernobyl, Ukraine. Chernobyl, Ukraine. It blew up! It blew up! Uranium. Its decay products are, how you say, carcinogenic. The problem with that is it causes, what is the term? Lung cancer in uranium miners, which is a problem for many because it's lung cancer in uranium miners. When you take that, and then you also take the emissions problem, which is about 78 kilograms per megawatt hour, which is equal to 3.6 megajoules. You take that, and you add that to all that. Does it seem like it's worth it now? No, serious question. Does it? Keep walking. uranium is a not exactly what I would call a renewable energy source. You take coal, you run out of it. You take gas, you run out of it. With uranium, it's the same thing. You run out of it. Eventually, you're going to run out of it. Non-renewable resource. Say it with me. Non-renewable resource. Hi. Is that a new camera angle for me? We're good. Okay. Countries with nuclear power can become a target for terrorism. Why? Well, Grant, why? Why?
I don't know.
Al-Qaeda flies in, bomb. ISIS flies in, bomb. Any other terrorist group flies in, bomb. Chernobyl. Chernobyl. All over again.
Can we just keep walking?
Shut up! Shut up! What else? What else? Nuclear storage containers cost tons of money to create. Uranium is just, the price of uranium is just out of this world bonkers. Guess how much a nuclear reactor costs to make? I don't know. I don't know. A lot of money. A lot of money. Okay? You think that's what I said? Okay, idiots. After you take the insane costs, and after you take that amount of money, it still takes 5 to 10 years to build a nuclear reactor. 5 to 10. 5 to 10 years. Nothing big, right? No! So it's not that long. 5 to 10 years, right? In those 5 to 10 years, you could have built, I don't know, hundreds of wind-powered fans, hundreds of solar panels, thousands of hydroelectric generators. But no, you decided to build a nuclear power plant, right? Because it's good for the environment.
Yeah.
And it's good for economics.
Yeah.
Okay? You. And they make enough money off of it in 5 to 10 years. It'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. By the time it's making them money, they're in debt. You're smiling at me. And you think you just have it in this world, don't you? You think, oh, nuclear power, it's fine, it's gonna work. There's no cons, right? Dr. Moskowitz told me all about it. Huh? Dr. Moskowitz, oh, he's such a great man. I work for him. He pays me minimum wage. I work 17-hour shifts. You know what I come home to? Nuclear power energy. Wow, it's great. Oh my god, I love it. No, it's not. If I put a solar panel on my roof, you know how much happier I would be? I'd be saving the environment. I'm not. Okay? So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get my lightsaber. I'm gonna kill both of you. Then I'm gonna walk outside, blow this nuclear power plant up with my cousin Paul and Dr. Moskowitz inside.
Holiday, oh holiday, and the best one of the year. Dozing off underneath my sheets while I cover both my ears. But if I wait for a holiday, would it stop my fear? To go away on a summer's day never seemed so clear. Holidays still so far away, our republic on the beach.
There are a lot of pros to nuclear energy. There are low greenhouse gas emissions. Compared to other traditional electrical energy sources, such as coal and oil, nuclear energy has very low emission outputs. But it does have a high energy output. One reactor plant can fuel 1 to multiple industrial cities. The cost of electricity generated by coal, gas, and fossil fuel plants are way more expensive than nuclear energy. nuclear power doesn't rely on fossil fuels for energy. The amount of uranium on Earth is long enough for there to be a permanent energy solution found. It's not renewable, but there is enough time that there is enough uranium around the Earth for there to be found a permanent solution. One nuclear power plant can bring 400 to 700 new permanent workers. That means spurring the economy forward, basically generating more income for everyone. Nuclear reactors are much more efficient than coal and petroleum sourcing. A gram of petroleum is 2 to 3 million grams of uranium.
After watching our video, we decided we need to add on more stuff. Specifically, talking further about fission. Fission explained further. After the neutron strikes a large atomic nucleus and splits the atom into 2 or more parts, additional neutrons and energy in the form of heat is released. The neutron that collides splits uranium into barium and krypton, and 3 neutrons. Uranium is a vital part of the nuclear fission process. We don't need that note, but the substance was discovered in 1789, believe it or not. Crazy facts. One take, so we gotta hurry this up.
They're all looking at us like,
Yeah, dude, 4th wall. I'm breaking the 4th wall right now. Okay,
hurry up, bro.
focus.
It's gonna be unbearable to watch.
Yeah.
No, dude. I'm looking at myself right now and he's pained.
Okay, the Chernobyl disaster. I wanted to explain that more. Okay. In 1986, a nuclear power plant in Ukraine exploded, known as the Chernobyl disaster. Radiation leaked over the surrounding area, making it uninhabitable for the next 20,000 years. 57 metric tons of uranium were leaked into the atmosphere, and 28 people died initially. And an estimated 11,000 people are going to suffer from consequences. There's other accidents too, like the 3 Mile accident in 1979, and the Fukushima Daiichi accident in Japan in just 2011. That's 8 years ago. Almost 9. 2020. Who are you gonna vote for? Bernie Sanders!